Hey, how is going? Adam here. In this video I finally finished my first water-cooled build. It's the Titanfall 2 inspired PC on which I worked for the past couple of months. This is the second part of the build, so be sure to check out the first part. Let's get started. For my fittings I went with Beats Power ones. They had a good history in premium fittings, so you know that they will not leak. I used a lot of 45 and 90 degrees ones. Let's start by connecting the GPU to the pump. For the tubing I used 12mm outer diameter PETG. To bend and cut the tubing, we will need a tube cutter, a rigid tubing chamfer tool to quickly chamfer the edges, an easy bending tool, and a rubber insert. It's pretty easy to bend them, but if you are not careful enough, you can end up using more tubing than you planned. I ruined a couple of tubes in the process. I made sure that they are fully inserted and screw the fittings by hand, not very tight. It really doesn't need to be tightened to the maximum. If you do, you might risk snapping the fittings. By far the most difficult bend in my build was the one from the RAM block to the radiator. I ruined a couple of tubes in the process, until finally I was happy with the bend. The next ones were a breeze. The fact that I used a lot of 90 degrees fittings helped me a lot, and being able to add the top radiator after ended up being very helpful in that I had a lot of room to work. Now all that is left is to add the two remaining tubes and we are done with the tubing. With that done, all that is remained now is to add the last connections from the right radiator to the pump. Now I added the PSU in order to fill the loop. Is a Corsair RM1000 is more than enough for this single GPU build. In order to power up the pump, we need to jump the 24-pin ATX cable in order to power just the pump. You can find this jumper very cheap, or you can add the wire yourself. Now let's start filling the loop. I use EK Pastel Orange coolant, which has all the additives already added. I didn't know what to choose between white and orange, so let me know what you think if I should change it with a white one. Now all that's left is to add the custom cables and we are done with the loop. Now let's move to the back of the case and mount the drives. I will paint mine, so I sanded the surface of the SSD and made the shroud for the hard drive from a piece of acrylic. I will give a first coat of white on both of them, and after they dried completely, added some paper tape and sprayed with orange for the second coat. After they dried, I removed the tape and made a black pinstripe with a black Sharpie. Now let's just add them to the top of the case along with the fan hub and the rest of the cables, and it's done. I finally can say that I finished and can find its place on his desk. Another build that I would like to show you guys comes from James Wald, called Tears in Rain. It's a heavily modified Parvum case with a Blade Runner theme. His builds are amazing, so make sure to check out his videos. And with that we ended up this video. If you enjoyed it, subscribe for more videos like this one, and don't forget to leave a like to show your support. If you want to see more, have a look at my other videos, you're gonna find something you like. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.